Hey guys, hope everyone's doing good. It's been a minute on this YouTube thing. Just sort of just took a break. I was like, yeah, I just took a break. Because I also released a lot of videos, so I was like, let me, yeah. And on top of that, I also wasn't inspired to make videos. But yeah, so you know, I jumped back on it. Yeah, and I feel like this YouTube thing would, as much sometimes I tell myself, is it really gonna help people, right? But I feel like people are gonna come across videos on YouTube, right? Sometimes people search for things and people look for things, and who knows, they might just end up coming across like one of my videos, right? And so, yeah, so basically, I just jumped on here, just sort of yeah, just give a reminder, yeah, man. I was thinking a few days ago, about, I would say a few, not just a few days, but I was thinking about this for some time, about the idea of security, right? Security. Like, how do you define security? What does security mean, right? What does having security mean? And for me, I think what security, for me, how I define security, right, is the idea that no matter what happens around you, right, no matter what happens around you, no matter what turmoil, no matter what, yeah, whatever happens around you, you're still calm about it, right? You're still calm. You're still, calm. You're still yourself, right? You're not fidgety. You don't worry a lot, right, about the future. You don't worry about the present, right? You're just a person who's on a higher spiritual level, like just on a level of just calmness. Like your heart is like connected to something higher, right? A lot of times, we put our security, right? We put our sense of, we put our security, right, in the hands of other people, right? We expect other people to give us security. We expect, right, other people to, to give us security, right? And, it's like, a lot of the times, right, yeah, people are not gonna give you that, right? Someone who's not secure themselves, right? Someone who's not secure can't give you security, right? Someone who's all over the place, right, cannot make you feel stable, right? And yeah, and a lot of times, right, we make the wrong choices, right? In let's say who we choose, right, as our lifetime partners and future partners, right? And so yeah, we make the wrong choices sometimes, and like I said, right, security, it comes from God ultimately, right? It's like, yeah, it comes from God, man. And a lot of the times, a lot of us, right, a lot of people make the wrong choices, right? They pick people that, they look at the potential in people, right? They look at someone's potential, right? They're like, this person might not be secure right now, but they're gonna be secure in the future, right? And so yeah, sometimes we go by, hypotheticals. Sometimes we look, maybes, right? But that's not how we should live our lives, right? Like we should look at it like, okay, is this person secure right now, right? Can this person, and I'm talking security in every sense, right? Whether that's financial, emotional, mental, spiritual, right? And I think the number one thing is spiritual, right? If someone has spiritual security, right, if they're in tune with themselves and with God, right? That's the ultimate security, right? Everything else comes after that, right? It's like once someone has spiritual security, right? Once someone is secure with themselves, and they're secure with, God, right? Everything else trickles down after that, right? Everything else comes after that. So the financial part, the emotional part, that's all gonna be a byproduct, right? Like that's all gonna trickle down. And so, yeah, man, and a lot of times, the reason why we're not secure, right, is because the person that we choose, the people that we surround ourselves with, right? Like I said, they're insecure. And so as a result, they might hurt us, or they might take advantage of us, or they might do things that makes us insecure, right? And so we're living our lives basically with insecurity, right? Yeah, a lot of us, we're living our lives with this sense of insecurity, with this sense of worry, stress, right? Anxiety, and all that, man, can be cured, man. All that can be fixed, right? When you have God, right? When you have, God, man, as a security, right? Because, it all comes down to believing that God is taking care of your affairs, right? You got to believe that God, he's going to take care of your affairs, man. Whatever it is that you're stressing about, whatever that it is you're worrying about, right? And we all, from time, right? We all have worries. We all have, like, is this gonna work out? Like, we all have these things, right? But that security will come, right, once you remember God and you tell yourself that God is taking care of it, right? God is working things for you. And so, yeah, man, God is working things for you. And so that's where the security comes, right? When you know that God is taking care of you, and he will take care of you, right? Now and in the future. You just got to hold tight, hold tight to God, hold tight to faith, right? Your faith. And, just continue, man. Just continue, continue with, yeah, man, just continue, man. Because like I said, there's a lot of turmoil around us, right? There's a lot of chaos and just a lot of different influences, right? But, like I said, if you have God, man, if you have that security, right, nothing around you can affect you. Nothing around you can make you feel insecure, right? Because everything God takes care of, right? Yeah, everything around you, like everything, God created, right? So he's the ultimate provider. He's the one that gives to you, right? You just got to make effort and have faith, man. Gotta have faith, man. Without faith, sometimes you wouldn't even feel the need to try, right? Without faith, you would feel like, what's the point of trying, right? But it's that faith that reminds you that you have to try, you have to keep going. And ultimately, with you and God, that's all you need, man. That's all you need. Your dedication, your commitment, your hard work, and ultimately faith, right? And yeah, man, that's ultimately where that's where security comes from. It comes from God ultimately. And with your hard work and God, you'll feel secure, man. Like I said, if you know that God is taking care of everything and you're doing your best too, right? Because you can't just be someone who says God is taking care of everything, but you're not doing the work. And so in the process, you also got to do the work, but ultimately believe that God is taking care of things while you're doing the work, right? And yeah, man, and patience too, right? And over time, you're gonna see your doors open. You're gonna see, your doors open, man. Sometimes God is preparing you for things, right? God is preparing you to get to that, whatever it is that you're getting to, right? Like right now in your heart, you might want something, right? But God probably knows that this is not the right time, right? It's not the right time for you, but he's preparing you in the process, right? And so that's why you're going through different trials and different tests, right? Different struggles, you know, because he's preparing you. And ultimately, right, you know, you'll get to your goal if it's good for you, right? You know, you gotta also, you know that, you know, God wants the best for you, right? And so if it's good for you, you know, if it's ultimately good for you and God knows it's good for you, it's gonna happen, right? You know, so yeah, you know, if God knows it's good for you, it's gonna happen. And yeah, and if you know, if he knows it's bad for you, you know, it's not gonna happen, right? But just know ultimately that God knows what's best for you, and he's gonna take you to the right place, right? You know, we all have certain things that we want, right? There's certain things that we want out of life, and God knows that, right? Before he created us, he knew what man, right, what human beings need, what they need, right? He knew that before he created us. So yeah, man, he's gonna take care of your affairs, man. You know, he's gonna take care of your affairs. You know, you just gotta have that faith, man. That's where your faith, you know, is being tested, right? You know, God wants you to, he wants to know if you trust him, right? Do you trust God, right? And yeah, man, you know, you gotta first trust God in order for you to trust people, right? You know, in order for you to find security, you gotta find security from God, right? Before you can find security in people. You know, your security first comes from God. But yeah, I don't wanna expand the video, but yeah, man, I appreciate you guys as always. And yeah, take care, guys.